You're listening to Sipping Off the Cuff at TequilaAficionado.com, and this is Alex Perez, founder and editor-in-chief, and I'm on the line with Mike Morales, our executive editor. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great, Alex. Looking forward to this evening's podcast and to our tequilas that we have lined up. I guess tonight we are working with Paqui Tequila, and it's the Silvera only. This is their version of the Blanco tequila with the. And you'll have to excuse me, Alex, but I've got to say this. It's their contrived name, Silvera. I think we're running out of words to describe clear.
Now, have you heard of that before? I've never seen that before in the tequila.
I've never seen it either. I don't know if it's a stylized. I'm sure it's many times we Americanize or corrupt the Spanish language words, and I think this is more of a corruption of the English language words. So I guess turnabout is fair play. And we have Silvera, which is Paqui Tequila's clear Blanco unaged tequila. It's as always, Alex, here on Tequila Aficionado, we only talk about 100% de agave tequilas, so this is 100% blue agave, and it is hecho in Mexico. And why don't you describe to folks about what the bottle looks like, and if they haven't had a chance to actually see it out on their favorite stores or on the shelves or even online.
Well, you know what? I think they've done a great job in their packaging. It comes in a box. It's a pyramid-shaped box, which is the same shape of the bottle. It's a pyramid-shaped bottle. Obviously, they're looking to have it look like a pyramid because Paqui means, what is it? Be happy.
Be happy.
Be happy.
Just like the song. Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah.
We should be playing that song in the background. You know.
We're going to sound like Lippy.
We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Not right away, anyway.
Not yet. Nothing against you, Lippy. We love you.
Lippy's a great guy, by the way. We love you, Lippy. We do.
Tune in Thursday night.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He is. He's one of the better palates out there when it comes to tequila, and for those of you who are into the marketing aspect of it, he's one of the better influencers out there. So I can't say enough about him. He's a good pal, a good friend, and funny guy, but a very, very serious student about tequila. And so I think he would agree with us that Silvera is just a little bit contrived, but you know.
Well, if it works for Paqui, that's fine. But it's a beautiful package, like I mentioned. The founder of Paqui mentions that it is a pyramid-shaped bottle, which it is, and like I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful presentation. It does look like a premium tequila.
It does. I was very impressed with the marketing itself. In fact, the tag is made of it's agave paper.
That's true.
So it's made from the paper that they make from the residual agave that is not used for fermentation and for distillation, and using the I guess it's Aztec. Is it Mayan that they're using?
It would be Mayan.
The language it would be Mayan.
Yeah.
It's very clever. The other thing too is the founder, and correct me if I'm wrong, the founder of excuse me while I look at my notes, the founder of Paqui is Javier Martinez, and he is also if I'm not mistaken, was part of the CNIT in Mexico. He's very well connected. And had been a consultant to the I believe CNIT or CRT in Mexico concerning tequila. So he comes from a very interesting background, and he is a doctor. I believe he's a PhD as well. So he very serious guy. He actually was the information I have here is that For 2 consecutive terms, he was the head of the International Affairs Committee of Mexico's Tequila Regulatory Council, that's the CRT, in 2001 and 2002. Internationally recognized private nonprofit organization dedicated to protecting and promoting the quality, culture, and prestige. I believe his family also has been involved in the liquor industry in Mexico for close to 40 years. So the guy, the gentleman, knows exactly what he's doing, and he's been around distillation. He's been around distilleries for a good long time. And I think when he finally decided to pursue his dream of coming up with a tequila, I think people are going to be very, very surprised when they taste the Silvera.
Now you've got
and I guess.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I guess we're going to do that right now, Alex. You're
sure.
going to pour yourself a
Riedel
snifter. As usual, we here at Tequila Aficionado prefer to use the Riedel snifters. That's the Riedel Overture 408, which is considered the tequila glass for tequila tasting, and that's really the only glassware that we use for these podcasts and for all of our tastings, whether written or on the podcast. And Alex and I are, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, we are in separate states. I am the executive editor of Tequila Aficionado, and I am in New Mexico, which is the home of the first exportation of tequila. Alex
you love to brag about that, don't you?
I love to brag about that because, and in fact, and just to foreshadow what's going on, we will be able to brag about it even heavier coming up on Tequila Aficionado. Tequila Aficionado is going to be a very, very big part of our of a big event coming up very, very soon here toward the end of 2010, and we'll be announcing it exclusively on Tequila Aficionado.
We're excited about that.
In the meantime, we're making sure that we can inform our readers and listeners of all the new tequilas that are coming out there. Paqui Tequila is considered a luxury tequila. There is still, even in this economy, we are still receiving and seeing many new luxury tequilas that are being launched even during this economic environment, and Paqui Tequila is one of those in that price range. So I have a snifter full of it, not a snifter, a Riedel glass.
And I have a glass. And I was going to mention you can find more information on Paqui, and actually the review that our senior editor, Ryan Kelly, has put up on tequilaaficionado.com on the Paqui Silvera and the Reposado. So there's some more information on there on Dr. Martinez.
You bet. And of course, Ryan Kelly doing a great job with tasting notes for the Reposado, which, oddly enough, we weren't privy to, Alex. For some reason, Paqui is or the folks who handle the marketing for Paqui are preferring that we taste the Blanco first, so that's what we have in front of us. But if you want to know more about their other varietals, I would say, check Ryan Kelly's column on tequilaaficionado.com, which was posted today, so it'll give you a chance to kind of get a feel as to what it is that you may want to gravitate to if Blancos are not your preference.
Okay, I'm ready.
I am ready too.
Well, let's have a sip.
Okay.
Actually, before that, let's have a smell.
Now, I will be honest, just for the sake of disclosure, that when I first open these bottles, and because these bottles are usually delivered to us by ground delivery, I personally let them sit, and because this is summertime, I let them cool off at room temperature. We serve everything at room temperature. That's how we taste them here at Tequila Aficionado. And when I opened the Silvera and poured it, I normally walk away from it and let it breathe, let it open up, let it bloom for about 15 to 20 minutes before we decide to take our first smell and sip. And at the beginning, and I'm not sure if this was because of the fact that it had traveled, via ground delivery or something else, but there was at the very top layer of the aroma, just slight, very slight, but it was there. Yeast. It was just a little bit yeasty, just at the beginning, at the very top. For me, anyway. I'm not sure if that's how you're what you're getting, Alex.
I can get just a hint of it now that you mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you mention it, just a hint of it.
It has beautiful tears, very nice. When it pours, it is crystalline. It's very impressive the way it pours, the way it looks. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced, you know that when you pour a Blanco and you see the types of bubbles that you get from pouring a tequila that's been distilled properly, the bubbles and the pearls and the tears tend to be just a little bit different than some of the mass-produced tequilas that we also get a chance to taste here. So I was very impressed with the pour, very impressed with the look, the bubbles, the
legs,
the legs. If you can get past that slight, and it's very slight, it's ever so slight, but it's there. Yeasty smell. It was, well.
I think you have to know what to look for, Mike, unless you're very sensitive to the yeast.
Yeah, I know that it's one of my pet peeves. It's one of my pet peeves. But as you said, if you're not versed in what to look for, then you won't really know that it's there. But for those of us who have had several tastings of many tequilas, you can pick it out almost right away. And some are more pronounced than others. I will say that Paqui is probably the least pronounced of that particular aroma, and not that that's a bad thing, but for people like us who have had more experience with it, then it's kind of a telltale sign. But it's not something, in this case, for myself, and Paqui Tequila Silvera, it was not something to be overly concerned about, I think.
Well, I get some nice agave in the nose, in the aroma. Mm-hmm. I do get some citrus in there.
That's why I also felt plenty of citrus, lots of fruit, also.
I'm ready to taste.
Alrighty.
It's very smooth. It had some nice herbal tones in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some nice fruit, pepper.
Did you find it a little bit? I guess the term is minerality. A little bit, just some minerals, something like almost, and I'm sure this probably comes from from where the agave is harvested. Very enjoyable, though. I mean, it's just a very. I think the minerality adds a little depth.
It does. I get the minerality right in the entry.
Yeah. A little bit of pepper, too, for sure.
Yes. It's a very nice tequila. I think it's crisp. It's got a nice finish, and it lingers in your mouth.
What I was looking for, I couldn't place it. Crisp. That's exactly what this tequila is. like I say, with the influx of luxury tequilas that are still coming on the market, even in this economy, you, as a tequila aficionado, you become a little bit more leery of these brands that come across as luxury tequilas. And I was hoping that Paqui Tequila had more substance than hype. The packaging is very clever. It is in a triangular, almost pyramidal box, but it also is encloses the bottle very, very tightly. So there's no extra shifting and room. A very well constructed box, very clever when you see it. The bottle, the logo, even the neck tag, very, very slick. The people involved with Paqui Tequila are experts in their field. But correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, I was looking for a little bit more, and I found it. With our marketing information that we get all the time here at tequilaaficionado.com, once in a while, some of these companies prefer to add a DVD. And while I enjoy Paqui, and as a matter of fact, I can tell you it's a very drinkable, very enjoyable Silvera, I wanted to see if there was more than just another luxury brand, because it looks like we're getting flooded with not only are we being flooded with tequilas that are value or extreme value, with luxury tequilas. And it wasn't until I looked at the DVD and I watched Dr. Javier Martinez discuss Paqui Tequila, Paqui Silvera, that I was totally sold at that point. That there was a voice, a person behind all the hype and all the marketing and all the labeling that really cared about the juice. Did you feel that yourself?
I felt that. I felt that, and seeing that they do have a long history of doing this, it's not just someone that is buying juice and bottling it in a fancy bottle. They seem to know what they're doing. Yes,
there seemed to have been an extreme level of genuineness. And I believe, I'm not sure, Alex, but maybe you can tell me if that video is available on their website, or if it just was exclusive to, to their marketing material. But I think everybody should, if it is available on their website, I think everybody should click on that portion. It doesn't take very long.
Yeah, PaquiTequila.com.
And I think everybody should click on that video by Javier Martinez and listen to him and watch as he pours. It's more than just photography. The gentleman really has not only does he have, of course, an extreme education in tequila, but he really has a love for the juice. I think this is one of the rare occasions, Alex, where you have a perfect balance between marketing and substance. And I think Paqui Tequila, the Silvera anyway, there's that substance that we seek, for those of us, again, who are tequila aficionados, that you seek when you go to your favorite store and you decide that you're going to pick this tequila up and spend, a certain amount of money. And you want to make sure that you can be proud to serve it and take it and show it to your friends or serve it to your guests. I really believe that Paqui Tequila has something there that other luxury tequilas may be lacking.
I agree. I believe it is. The video is on PaquiTequila.com. Mm-hmm. And you'll have, once we put up this, the Sipping Off the Cuff episode, we'll have a link to that. that website so you can go directly to it. But I'm actually very impressed. It's a very, very good quality sipping tequila, and I think it's worth every penny in the bottle.
I believe that this is one of the few cases, again, that the term luxury tequila really is Paqui Tequila, the Silvera anyway, is very indicative of the term luxury tequila. Very drinkable. Like I say, at the beginning, if you can get past that little bit of yeast at the very beginning, it's just an enjoyable silver tequila, and as you said, worth every penny. I think it's really one of those that there's a lot of substance behind the marketing. So give it a chance. Don't as usual, don't be fooled by the marketing, but in this case, really put the marketing to the test, and we were very impressed.
Most definitely.
I give it high marks.
Yeah, I agree with our senior editor, Ryan Kelly. He gave it a 9. Highly recommended, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm right there with all of you. I think this is one of the rare occasions where we all agree together.
We all agree together.
We all agree together, because it's not going to be like that all the time, folks. Let me tell you.
Yeah, definitely.
There are three different palates and 3 different likes and dislikes. But again, that's what we love to do here at Tequila Aficionado. We want to make sure that we can help you navigate through this tequila jungle that's out there. And right now, your oasis in the jungle, Paqui Tequila, Paqui Silvera.